Hi and welcome to today's foam roller session that's going to be targeting our upper body, shoulder, neck and upper back area. So this is an area that unfortunately most of us have got a bit of poor posture going on, so we're just going to do some strengthening exercises to help that area out. We're going to be lying sometimes on our tummy, so please just check that you're okay. If your shoulder range of movement when we take the arms overhead is not very good, then you may like to prop yourself up with a towel or a pillow underneath your chest area. That'll give you just a little bit more height and a little bit more access to getting into the arms. So we're going to remove bear and come to lie down onto your tummy. And as you do, you're going to have your hands onto the roller, nice and wide, so about the width of your mat position, and starting just roughly maybe the first third or so of your forearm. Your head is going to be looking down, the back of the neck is long, so what you don't want is to drop the head down and create a stretch at the lower part of your neck. So keeping that head in balance, and we're just going to slide the shoulders up towards the ears and then sliding them down. And as you do that, of course, the roller is going to be moving along the mat in both directions. And I always like to say that this shouldn't feel like it's a forceful movement. It's very elastic, it's very slippery, it's smooth and controlled in both directions. So to add on to the movement, we're going to begin to lift our upper body. So when the shoulders slide towards the pelvis, you're going to bring your chest just a little off the mat, and then lowering yourself down as the arms lengthen, and then enjoy the shoulder slide. We so often tell people, oh, pull your shoulders down, but let's just enjoy the balance of what's there. So raising the chest up, and you're trying to keep the lower body nice and quiet. There's no tension, there's no gripping through your gluteal muscles. And if you're noticing my toes are turned in and my heels are turned out, that's how relaxed I am in that lower part of my body. We're going to add a little spiral of the arms. So as you begin to lift your chest up, you're going to rotate your thumbs toward the ceiling, pulling the roller closer. And as you go away, the thumbs are going to roll down toward the mat. And this spiral action really mimics what the arm muscles are doing. I always like to inform my clients that there are very few muscles that are just straight from one point to the other point. There's always a little bit of a twist or a turn or a spiral somewhere along the way. We've got one more time like this, really enjoying the movement that's happening in the upper arm, and again lifting into that lovely upper back area. As we get towards the floor, we're just going to stay there. We're going to bend the elbows, pulling the roller toward the forehead, and then slide the arms away. But this time you're not letting the shoulder blades slide up. Pull the elbows out wide, bring the roller under the nose, and sending it away. So this is why the head is just off of the floor, so that you can clear maybe a portion of the roller underneath your head. And even in this position as we are, you're going to start to notice there's muscles working along the side length of your spine. They are your postural muscles, otherwise known as the erector spinae muscles. And we'll go for 2 more of these, nice and smooth and easy. If you need to take a break at any point, just rest your head for a moment and then pick it back up again. We're going to slide those arms out again and pause in this position. So just check that the roller is in the right alignment again. Sometimes it starts to slip away. So we're going to go back into that lifted motion that we did previously. But as we do, we're going to raise the left arm and the right leg. So there's a little sliding in of your roller, your chest up and your arm and leg in the air, and then lowering everything back to your start. And then repeating on the other side, lifting up and bringing it back down. So we call this a pre-swimming exercise. We do sometimes lift the whole body up from the floor and do a beating of arms and legs, but we're not going to do that today. We're just doing this lovely, delicious concentrated, mindful focus of your back and your arm muscles integrating. And over toward the right arm rising, and then pausing there. So So we're going to move on. We're going to peel the spine just that little bit lifted. Bring the left arm hovering off of the roller and sweep it all the way back behind you. You should notice your palm is facing up to the sky. And as you bring the arm around again, you can face it down, or I like to have palms facing in. Keep raised as you take the right arm around and circle it toward the back of you. And then again, bringing it around and bring it toward the front and lower your body back down. We're going to work this in a progressive move. So as we come up on the next one, there will be 2 arm circles on each side. So we go to the left first, circle it to the back, and bring it to the front. Stay on that side as we circle it backward and bring it forward, and then change over to the right. Sometimes there's benefit in changing arms all the time, alternating, and sometimes there's benefit in staying on the same side. So, don't get too worried about why did she do it that way. She just did. Anyway, coming up, we've got our third variation coming on. So 3 circles around to the back. So this is great mobility for your shoulder, working the strength of the muscles in a different relationship to gravity. And one more time on that side. And you should be feeling the opposite side of your body really working to keep you steady, to not let the body change height. We've got our right side swiveling backwards and forwards. Maintaining the height of your spine is possibly some of the more challenging aspects of this series. And then bringing that arm all the way down and then lengthening yourself all the way out. From here, we're just going to take a rest from there and push you back towards your feet. Just enjoying a little bit of upper body release now, back into its normal curved shape. You can place your hands under your forehead, stacked one on top of each other, or flat if you've got that variation to work with. And then let's come up into a kneeling position, and you're going to place your roller next to the side of you, and as you're in all fours, we're just going to enjoy a rotation movement. So right palm is going to face up. This is on my left side, as we bend into the left elbow and go into a twist, looking towards that direction, and then bringing yourself back upright again. You're always looking for the form of how your shoulder and your ribs are aligned. So when you're coming back to the start, you're not sort of collapsing through your body. You really want to find that beautiful pose of how you would be if you had 2 hands on the floor. Gentle, easy twist in your upper body. This is rotation of the upper body, not rotation of the lower body. So staying as steady and balanced over your knees as possible. From here, we're going to change hands. So still on the left side, put your left hand out onto the roller, push it away a little bit. Now bend into your right elbow, look to that side as you enjoy a stretch coming into the front of your chest area, and then bringing yourself back upright. And again, fold the elbow, looking in the direction of your elbow bending, and standing it back up. And 2 more times, thinking almost like a bow and arrow. There's a really good energy line going through. And try not to throw your shoulder down to the floor and collapse. You want to keep everything in good alignment and balance. And we use the word congruency, which means our arm sits deeply in our socket. All right, so we've got the other side to do. So we're going to thread our needle first, left palm facing up, and then twisting to the side as you enjoy that rotation. And then coming back again. So all the time the spine is nice and long, and in fact the roller is basically like an image of the spine. From the top to the bottom is staying straightened. We don't want to bend the spine or side bend it. We're just rolling through the ribs, rolling the spine away through the center. It's kind of like a rotisserie. And coming through the middle, and then placing the left hand under the shoulder, right hand on top of the roller, and away we go for our other stretch as you bend into the arm and press away. I like to imagine that I am working towards my single arm push-ups as I'm doing this exercise. So maybe that's a different perspective for you. Yes, there's a lovely stretch happening across the front of the right pec area, but there's such good strength being built in your supporting arm. And then one more time as we reach it all the way out, and then bringing it all the way back in. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little series with me and that your shoulders feel good. You might want to just give them a nice roll out here. And let's just take the arms behind the back of your body, lacing your fingers, and just give them a good old stretch. This is a superb alternative if you don't have a foam roller with you in parts of your day and you just want to feel like you need to open up into your chest and reach your arms back. This is the way to do it. Well, I hope to see you in another video soon. Have a great day.